my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption, breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep. We lost our minds in the darkness of night. We live to die. We lose our souls every day. We lost our minds. We don't remember what's wrong and what's right. What's right? The world is dead but we stay. 'Cause we are born as living fights. We live to die. We live to die. Surrounded by the night, we live to die. We are shadows in the neon light. We are shadows in the neon light. supposed to be that we die. It doesn't matter if there is no light anymore, no light anymore. 'Cause we are born as living fights. We live to die, we live to die. And we surrounded by the night. We live to die. We are shadows in the neon light.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to week number 2 of Apollo Racing Club Action F1 2020 Tier 1. I'm EV500. Joining me in the broadcast booth as a substitute commentator is Pfeiffer, the founder of Apollo Racing League. Welcome in, Fife.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy to be here. It's been a long time since I have commentated a race. I'm actually really hyped to do this tonight. Looking forward to it. I paid close attention last week, and looking forward to another great race tonight.
It is definitely going to be a great race. And from last week, as Gore took home a huge victory from against Rogue, who got P2. It's definitely going to be an interesting race because it is Bahrain. See if some of the rust has fallen off. See if maybe some drivers paid attention this morning to the Bahrain Grand Prix, which was an exciting race. Also, it's kind of a obviously odd race, but we are going to get into qualifying here.
And
You are exactly right. I totally forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me that last week there was a lot of penalties. Over half the field ended up with penalties. But definitely this week, it's a brand new week. We're in Bahrain. It's going to be warm. I don't think we have a chance of rain showers this evening. But again, could be wrong. I have been wrong in the past. Well, today in the Bahrain Grand Prix, there was a potential chance of rain happening. So we're just waiting on. No, not yet. We are just waiting. Maybe some guys getting their setups all modified and ready for qualifying. But I am hearing some engines finally roar. That is going to be, I think that's Refrax. Yes, it is. Refrax, the Tier 3 champion. A very good drive indeed. And we are also seeing the Racing Point coming on out as well. Are they positive about that? Because I have it cranked up. And there is audio coming through, just FYI. Oh, okay. Well, give me 1 minute here. Try it now. Try it now. Check, check.
check, check, guys. Can you hear us? Yes, I hear me now. Can you bring me up a bit?
Check, check.
Check again, check. I'm going to raise my outbound in Discord a little bit. And what about game sounds, guys? You guys got game sounds?
But I should now.
Wow, you got loud.
Yes, I did. Yeah. But I did turn down the stream, my mic level a little bit in the master. But we are witnessing a Refrax on his hot lap here. He's on the soft tire. He's going to just bolt on down the road here as they get through these last few current turns, has to get through that 90-degree turn. That's a very hard corner, very hard braking zone there, but the DRS is going to come on open. He is using that hot lap ERS, getting the most out of this car, but he has less than a lap of fuel remaining. He just got, now he's just starting to slow down, and now he is approaching the final few turns. See what kind of a time he does end up here with Fife, and we're seeing some medium tires come on out, but a lot of soft runners, which is kind of an interesting story to talk about. That basically on the tires, Refrac's coming in with a 126.8.
It's not a bad time. Bad time. Well, there goes Gore though, right up there on the top position with a 125.868.
Huge.
And unfortunately, Reflex has the engine bug for me, so it's very hard for me to watch him.
Reflex only 9/10 off here. Got to maybe do a little bit of adjustment work, but a nice job there. There is a yellow flag in Sector 3. You know, just must have been somebody going off the road in the straight there. So now we're seeing a lot more guys come on out. So Stewie 3K on an out lap. Tack is putting up a time of 125.6. He takes the fastest time.
I'm currently watching Kubi, who I believe is on his hot lap right now. It does appear he is. And, be interesting to see where he shows up. Always usually qualifies halfway decent.
Who'd you say you were looking at?
Kubi. The Lion of Singapore. I apologize. The Lion of Singapore.
Thank you very much.
I have no idea what is with that name, but here he comes.
But now he's starting his first. No, he's not.
He just put up a 126.19. So
Oh, yes.
moved into fourth.
That's going to be very nice for him indeed. I want to go back, see if Stewie 3K, I know he was running his out lap. Well, running his hot.
Quite a few people sitting in the pits here as well.
Yes, we saw that last week where a lot of some of the runners did not get out right away. Definitely a lot more people got out on track this time around. Looking at Stewie 3K, he was one of those runners who didn't run until later last week and got caught up in the rain. Rogue was also one of those people. He hasn't gone out yet. Righteous Fire is one of those people. A lot of the guys who didn't go out last week early are still in the pits this week. So very surprising, even though I don't think there is a chance of rain. I don't know if we have any of the drivers or anybody who is still in the pits being able to confirm that to us tonight if there is a possibility of rain on the forecast. I don't believe so. It'd be kind of ironic.
Can actually go find out. I'm going to go ask the Alfa Romeo boys what the forecast is.
And Stewie 3K finishing out his lap. The best he is getting is P15. We're going to find out. Gypsy and Refrax and the McLaren boys are staying there.
The weather is going to be clear.
The weather is going to be clear, they say. So perfect. Van,
I know we had some mediums out there. Sin came in for softs just a minute ago, so he's going back out.
Sin is going back out. I know Van, I think he just got done. Nope, he is on a hot lap right now. The best he has done is a 127.5. His tire's looking okay, putting a little pressure on those softs during this qualifying session. I think he's putting 2 laps on those, and he still has 9 laps of fuel.
Stewie is getting ready to come across the finish line. He's just got the back straight to go. I don't think he's on a hot lap, though. He's got 100% energy, so...
Nope, he is...
Must be on his out lap.
He is on his in lap, actually. Huh. The man only was able to put up get up to P15, but I think Van is on his another hot lap. I think this is his 3rd hot lap so far. I think he's just trying to get the most he can out of his car. Maybe didn't practice that much, but he's
checking in with the Williams racing team right now. Righteous Fire starting a hot lap. Something to talk about. Babushka and Righteous both DNF last week, so Williams in real life a little bit last week. They say sometimes life is stranger than fiction.
Looking ahead tonight. We're going to definitely see the battle of the Racing Point and the Ferraris like we did last week. Right, just being able to get up to P6 this week in qualifying. He started started a little bit farther back. Had a rough time off the line. Wasn't the greatest start.
Here comes his teammate. Looks like he stayed in 8th position.
He did. No, he's actually on. He's on a hot lap.
Yeah.
Yep, he's on a hot lap right now. He's going through turn 2. He's going to go through this long sweeper, and right where Roman Grosjean had a huge accident today in the Bahrain Grand Prix. We here at Apollo Racing Club hope he is all right and makes a speedy recovery. What a scary crash today in Formula One.
Horrendous to just watch that.
Oh, Luck's up on the brakes there. You have to be very careful on the brakes, particularly right there, just because there's that little bit of a divot as you come in. So you have to just be very cautious. Same through here, but nicely done by Babushka. Can he find some extra time ahead? He is pushing everything to the max on this lap. He has the DRS open. Oh, he's going to lose a little time, getting a little bit of a flat spot on that left front tire. But he is just going to push here. Can he find something? Can he even jump a couple positions? Can he end up in the P5 area? We're not sure because we don't have those statisticians or graphics available to us.
We need an AWS service available to us right now, those AWS stats. But yeah, he's looking strong here.
He's looking
nice. He does move up.
He does move up a little bit. He gets in the P5, so a great run by him with 7 minutes remaining here in qualifying. And there are finally the guys who were staying in are finally coming out. Rogue is on an outlap now. Let's take a look at him. He's actually going to be coming through the final. Nope, he just got out of the pits, I think.
Riding along with Refract, starting a hot lap. Really want to see him do well tonight, so I'm hoping he can jump up into the top 5 with this lap.
Nicely done through there. Gets the DRS open. Refracts, he is a controller player. That is something to point out. He is a controller player. Very talented with the controller. A lot of guys in Tier 1 are using a Logitech G920 or G29. Fife, I know
I'm actually curious as what Kia's racing on right now, because I do believe he busted the pedals on his driving force, so I'm wondering wondering what Kia is. If I know Kia, he's got like a Raspberry Pi wired to an Arduino board and like 2 soup cans for pedals.
Probably. He probably ended up doing something like that.
A little bit of a lockup from Refracts there, but handled it nicely.
Yeah, you got to be a little careful on that curb, though. You got to stay a little bit closer. I wouldn't particularly want to have my tires go all the way out there. Well, now
he handled the fast right-hander too. Too many people, you see him sometimes try to push through there as hard as they possibly can, and they tend to slide a little bit, but he looked like he really well.
I want to go to Rogue right after Refrax is done here as he comes down the front straight. Can he find some extra time? Did he find it?
He does not.
He did, actually. He went from 10th to 9th, so he gets
did he? I apologize.
He gets ahead of Righteous Fire. But let's go ahead. Let's go down to Rogue, who's on his hot lap. He's in Sector 3 now. Oh, he is out of track limits. So he is not going to be able to put up a time this lap, but he has a lot of fuel. He put in, it looks like, 30 laps of fuel.
Well, that's strange.
Why? Okay, so yeah, he's going to definitely come back into the pits, get a new fresh set of softs, and maybe lower that the gas, his fuel limit. That's a lot of fuel to be carrying, but he has to be very quick. There's only 4 minutes in qualifying remaining. We're seeing Gore. He's going to try and put up another lap. He's at a 1:25.5, but he's just got done with his hot lap. Tack is still in the pits, but we're seeing Mr. Hood. He is on a hot lap as well through Sector 3, but he also, I think, had a I think he is out of track limits as well, according to the mini-map. Seeing how many people are coming out. We're seeing Simfox. We haven't talked about him tonight. Simfox in the Alfa Romeo. He was P2 in Tier 2 last year, or last season. He was very close. That entire tier came right down to the final race, and what a great final race they had for us. So
I am drawing a blank though as to who he fought with. Unfortunately,
he had the fight with Rosefest, but Rosefest on the
That's
day
what
of
it
the
was.
Abu Dhabi Grand Prix was able to just pull out a huge lead. So the Rosefest sitting at P10 right now. So we had a 3 qualifying session system like in F1. A lot of these guys would not be making the cut here. And we're seeing some people move up the order. Righteous Fire, he takes his rightful position back. He moves up from P10 to P5. So he knocks down a couple of people. But Simfox, he is definitely going to be looking for a potential top 5 qualifying here. Last week, he was very fast. He was very good to watch last week. But who knows what can happen here. Vans is going to retire from the session. He thinks P17 is going to be enough. Gazieg, Ruben, and Rogue are the only 3 that haven't been able to put up a time yet as we're riding on board with Simfox. And head out to the...
Didn't Rogue do something very similar last week? Didn't he qualify from P14?
Yeah, he qualified P14 because of the rain. And was able to get win the race. But I'm very surprised to see Rogue not doing anything, except he is putting on medium tires. So still looking right on board with Fox here. He's looking very good. He's in Sector 2. He's going to get through that nice 90-degree turn. No lockup. Perfect. Nicely done by Simfox. He is going to hit that DRS button. He is going to fly down this straight. And let's see if he can make it through this. Another turn that's a lockup area, but he doesn't get all the way up to the curb, which is very nice. Very nice job by Simfox. He is going to put up a decent time here. He might move up, I think, to P4 just by the look of things. He's very fast. No lockups. Tires are still looking like they're in pretty good shape. DRS coming down the final stretch here. The front stretch. Nope, he doesn't get P4, but he does get up to P5. So a nice qualifying lap there by Simfox. Let's see who else is out. I think Babushka. Nope, he is in the pits.
See, last season when Sin was in Tier 2, we really wanted him to go to Tier 1, but he couldn't do it due to work and everything like that. So it's good to finally see him in Tier 1 to see what he's really, truly capable of. And that's right there, 5th place. That's awesome for him. I really like that.
Gazieg is out on his hot lap as well, but I don't think he has enough fuel to make it through a whole lap. He has like 0.60 of a lap. He's almost down to a half a lap of fuel. He has to be very careful through here. Can he find a time? He's still good. Actually, I think that was his lap. No, he's still running on max. Let's see what he does here. Let's see if he tries and gets through the rest of this lap before running out of fuel, but I think he will. Or he's just going to run this lap and retire, which wouldn't surprise me. And gets a little bit off track there, but can he find that second potentially? Can he find 3/10? And maybe be a second within Gore here. Nope, he is going to... That's the end of his qualifying. Mr. Hood, he is on a hot lap as well. Can he find that 3/10 to try and get up the order? Maybe get on the front row. That would be huge. What do you think, 5? Can Mr. Hood do it?
I don't see why not.
Ruben's going to go
really
ahead.
Nailing it.
Ruben's going to go ahead and cross the finish line and not put up a time. And same with Rogue. Rogue did not get out there, so he's going to be P20. So that will be very interesting. This is the track.
I don't understand this.
I do not either, but looking at Mr. Hood, he is flying through this lap right now. He is looking very strong. Can he find it? Can he find that 3/10 and maybe get to P2? Can he find the pole position? That is the real question.
That would be huge if he could. One of his best performances here at ARC. Absolutely.
Nice exit there out of the corner. And now he's on the final stretch. Can he do it? He's got it. He's got the pole. What a lap.
Hood. Wow. He's pumped right now. He's got to be pumped.
He's got to be feeling very good about that. But guess who is on another hot lap? Goriz and Tech.
Are you kidding me? Oh, that's not good.
That is
not good.
Can they find?
Sorry, Hood.
Tech is going to come across the line first, and he doesn't find enough time. He is 0.004 of a second off of him. But Gore ends up finding the time instead. And Gore is going to take pole position for this second week by 0.004 of a second. What a race.
Qualifying session. Wow.
This is going to be an absolutely insane race, Fife.
Bro, P18. And the Renault is 19 and 20.
Give me one moment here. I got to change up where my overlay is. I didn't realize how bad of a position person I am. But what a qualifying session. We we're in the top 3 are less than a 10th apart.
That's incredible.
It is incredible indeed.
400ths.
Whew. You gotta
see your sim hub coming up. I was just doing the same thing myself over here.
It's like it'd be nice to see gears, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right.
Except when you're in F1. It's hard to do anything. It's not the greatest game to tab out of. But we got it figured out. But finally, we are here at the race. And Fife, what are your predictions here?
I am going to say, it's a tough one here, but I'm going to go Gore-tacked.
Gore-tacked, okay. Well,
that third position is going to be up for grabs, man. It really is. Gore-tacked Chipsy.
Gore-tacked Chipsy. Okay, Chipsy in the McLaren. Now, looking at potential tire strategy, we are probably going to see a lot of people run the soft tire. Do we see the front runners put on the hards and potentially do a one-stop race today, or do they move to the mediums and avoid the hard tire altogether?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. When it comes to strategy, I leave that sort of stuff to my race engineers. Big shout out to TactXO for being my race engineer for a couple seasons. Strategy is absolutely my weak.
And
Gore is on the softs. These tires set up here, they're all on softs. Top 10 is all on softs.
That is surprising to see. All of the top 10 on the soft tire. Gazieg is going to be on the hard tire. Rogue on the hard tire. So, and yeah, Rogue is starting on P18 after not qualifying. Van starting on P19.
He likes a challenge, that boy.
Yes, he does. And Ruben starting on the mediums. That's the round. That is the group tonight. This race, obviously here at ARC, very serious, very competitive race, as it is the Tier 1 group here on Sunday Night F1. And then tomorrow night.
These boys don't play.
These guys don't play around. There are no jokes
As they play a game.
as they're playing a game. But tomorrow, join us again at the same time, 9 Eastern for Tier 2 for Bahrain. This
I
year,
like that they're following the same calendar this season.
Yes.
The Tier 1 and the Tier 2 schedule.
see, I don't know if you know this or not, but I think this was the first time that an F1 race was happening the same weekend that an ARC race was happening on the same track.
Correct. This is the first time it's ever happened.
So very interesting. I know I paid attention this morning as I was preparing for my race tomorrow night. So I paid close attention to see where these guys are braking at and see kind of how the pros do it. Obviously, it was a great.
And later on in the week, like you said, Monday night you got Tier 2. Then later on in the week, join us on Saturday night for ACC at the Nürburgring. Those huge grids, those GT3 cars.
40 people.
Adam and I will both be there.
We have 38 signups or 38 racers, and I tell you what, that is. We did Brands Hatch 90-minute Brands Hatch race the other week, and that was intense for the first few laps, but it was a great race to get through. But ladies,
Here we go with this race though.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get underway very shortly. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The lights, all of the lights are on.
What the hell is going on? Lion of Singapore jumped to start. The lobby's hung. The lobby's hung. Are you kidding me?
Did we just hurt the lobby? Oh, that's mega. Oh, here we go again. And the lights go out, and we are underway. And oh my Lord, there's a Red Bull, and there's so much carnage on the start. A Red Bull was in the way. Was that Rosefest? I couldn't tell who that was.
It may have been Kubi because he did jump the start on my screen, and like the lights took forever. I don't know what the hell just happened.
Well, something bad happened, and it took out a bunch of people. But the race is underway, and Gore gets off to a great start. Mr. Hood falling very close behind. He's only 0.8 of a second off of him, and now we are going. Let's just go under green. I don't think we're going to see a safety car off of that. Lion of Singapore.
Just checking the chat real quick to see if anything is being said about a restart. Don't think so.
It sounds like it was Lion of Singapore. He did not have a great start. He did not get off the line in time. I saw somebody trying to go in reverse at the start as well. But Gore, he is holding on to this lead very well.
Bolt of lightning already, almost a second out.
He is. And he hasn't even touched his overtake button at all. He is just holding on to it. He's running in that fuel mode 3, though. But Mr. Hood,
the same thing back to tact. Mr. Hood's got about an 8-second cap back to tact, 9/10 now.
Yeah, attack in the racing point.
Babushka sideways on the track. Sorry.
Babushka, what happened to him? He is gone.
No. What's he? Questionable rejoin there, but that's some skill, I think. He spun it around on track, and I thought he was going to come into the traffic coming at him.
Well, he is back on track, but man, the fact that he still has a little bit of a front wing is amazing now. So looking at some of the, let's look through the mid-pack here. There is so many race cars. Looking at Chipsy, he's up to P4. He was able to pick up a spot on the SimFox, who is now.
What did I say?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at these new slick graphics. Sorry, I've never seen that before.
Yes, the tire strategy. We're seeing Chipsy. He's using that overtake button just a little bit more than SimFox, but SimFox is falling very close behind, trying to stay in that DRS range, which will come up next lap. But SimFox is Rogue. Where is Rogue? Rogue is already up to P8.
P8.
What is this man
doing? What does this guy do every week?
This guy just decides to not qualify this week, but goes ahead and goes from P18 to P8. He's already gained 10 positions.
Joins the lobby, goes and make a steak-em, grabs a drink, doesn't qualify. Why bother?
You must be crazy. But looking at Simfax and Nile now, this is going to be a battle for P5. The two teammates of the Alfa Romeo team, they have to be very careful here. Rogue putting up a 131 in the Scuderia Ferrari. But we're seeing and now DRS is enabled.
I'm not sure what happened to Kia. Unfortunately, he's back down in 20th position.
I think Kia, Kia had the pit, and he got soft tires. So he was part of that carnage at the start. So he lost his front wing for sure.
The Williams boys have got to be asking themselves, like, what's going on? What happened? We're 16th and 18th again, race 2, after DNF last week. You hate to see it.
Righteous Fire, you got to feel bad for the guy. He looked very good last week. Linus Singapore showing up on my screen as a disconnection. Ooh, Madman is losing a little bit of control there. You got to be very careful in that exact corner. That if you lock up there, you can lose a lot of time. And right now, as Righteous Fire is on him, he's going to use that DRS. He's going to try and push all the way up. But Madman, he was able to just be clear of the DRS zone and right behind Linus Singapore. But he's not going to find Righteous Fire, not finding the pass today. But he does get a little bit closer there. And Gore is
Rogue is stalking Rosefest, and Rosefest just had a lockup, and it's Gore's closing up Rogue is closing up the gap
and
on him.
We're going to have a safety car because Stewie 2K went off the track.
No. He's out. He's out.
Is he out of this race? Yes, he is.
And there it is. They're all checking up. They're gonna. Are we gonna see this now? They're gonna come into the pits and all go to hards.
I would think if you're on the soft tire, you could. But Rogue is staying out. He is on the hard, but we're seeing a lot of people pit who are on the softs going to the mediums. Tack is one of them. He is going on the medium tires. He potentially could be looking for a 2-stopper. And Tack was speeding in the pit lane.
I do not have a confirmation of that speeding in the pit lane. I'm not seeing Tack with any penalties right now.
I do. I do. Right in front of me, he has a black and white.
Oh, that is just a shame.
That's 2 weeks in a row that Tack has had.
This allows me to get Chipsy into my podium prediction. I know you see him out there now. He's in the pits, but that'll all change.
Well, Chipsy is now P13 as they're coming up to the safety car here.
I'm not saying you would lie, Astro, but the game might tell you one thing and tell me nothing. I mean, it is Codemasters.
But Stewie 3K, out of this race. So the first safety car coming on out. And Fife, what would you do here? You obviously, I would say pit, obviously, if you're on the softs.
I don't know. I mean, the hards over 24 laps here. Yeah. Why not try it?
Well, safety car is still going out. It's going to be out for at least another lap.
I mean, what's the benefit of staying out for another 6 laps on softs and then still having to pit for another compound anyhow?
Yeah.
Are you going to go medium? Or are you going to go hard in 6 laps anyhow? So here it is. What are they going to do?
I would really
think they're going to stay out.
They're going to stay out. I think that is the right choice. I think, they're only 4-lap-old softs. I think these soft tires are going to be fine. Looking at Gore's, he's on his left front tire. He has 34% on his back left rear. It's at 36%. So those tires are okay for a few more laps.
Plus these laps don't even count.
Yep. Looking at Mr. Hood. Mr. Hood's tires are even in better condition. And Niles are in even better condition. So the top 3, their tires, the P2, Mr. Hood, and P3, Nile, have better looking tires than Gore does right now. Gore has some very rough, those left sides are definitely rubbing a little bit harder right now than the guys in the back. So that's probably a setup reason. I will say it's nice seeing this overlay and really seeing the percentages live time. But the safety car must be going a little bit slower because Gore keeps catching up to it. And I can tell he really wants to pass the safety car. But I think we're going to get one more lap in, or we'll find out. Safety car actually should be coming in this lap. I think the group is all together now. What are you looking for here in this restart?
I'm not expecting much. I'm expecting these top three to hold here and just until the pit. And then after the pit is where I think things are going to get crazy. You got these guys out there on mediums that have been out there for 4 laps. You got another couple of guys out there on mediums, Tact XO, Chipsy. They've only been out there. They just pitted for these mediums. I think we're going to see Tact and Chipsy move back up. I really want to see Chipsy on the podium today. I think it's a possibility still.
Well, safety car coming in this lap. Gore slowing them down.
I can't even see it. He really slowed him down, I guess. I can't even see the safety car anymore.
Yep, he really slowed him down. The safety car pulling into the pits. The green flag is waving. Gore is underway. Can he find a good restart here? Can the guys in the back find something good here? But he is going to go ahead and just fly out of here. The pit window.
I don't know if you realize this. Your sim hub is right over the telemetry data.
Yes, I know this.
Okay.
But there's really not a good place to put it.
There really isn't.
Except for right there. So because
above the map.
Above the map, because there's
I have to crush it a little bit, but.
I mean, you can see the telemetry this way. You can at least see gear shifts and overtakes with this overlay. So it uses that telemetry, actually.
So as I said, not expecting too much of change here on this restart. I mean, these guys on their worn mediums, 5 laps, and they're not going to be challenging the guys on the softs. The guys on the softs are going to be pretty soon. Then you'll see these guys on the mediums pit, probably seven laps later, and that's when everything will change.
For sure. I think we're going to see a potential the undercut come through for Mr. Hood. I think Mr. Hood is going to try and make these tires last as long as he can, because Gore's tires, not good. He's going to have to pit here in the next probably 2 laps before his tires just give way, and he's just going to have to give up an entire position to Mr. Hood.
Tact. Tact. I don't know if he just had contact with Madman. That was a close battle. Tact is working his way back up through the field.
I do see a car off the track. I think that was an AlphaTauri that was off the track here.
And thank God there was a safety car for Tact XO getting that penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It allowed him to, get right back into contention.
Yep, it really did. Taking a look at Rose Fest, he was last year's Tier 2 winner.
And here comes Chipsy on Madman right now down the straight and easily passes him with the overtake. Is the DRS active again right now?
No,
is it?
No, it is not. Okay. Not for another lap, I don't think so. But Chipsy is gaining a little bit of time. He's going to try and find something on Tact here, and he goes wide into turn 3. What a great turn there. And
this is a great battle right now for 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Yes, it is a multi-man battle here.
3-second penalty to Ruben.
And you got to wonder.
Oh, no, there goes Van. Van gets loose. He recovers. Nice recovery, Van.
Van does get loose, but he was able to find a nice little recovery. But Tack is going to lock up there.
Huge lock up.
And now, there's going to be a nice DRS train on the next DRS activate range.
Chipsy up to 7th on the next straight.
Chipsy is really just holding on to dear life. He is trying to stay behind Tack because he knows if he can stick with Tack, he does have a chance of getting to the podium this race. Yep. But we're seeing more penalties come through. Ruben's going to pick up a penalty. Gazier has picked up a penalty for too many warnings of going off track.
Ooh, Tact. Another lack up. Ooh.
Chipsy, he's trying to stay really close behind. And now I think DRS should be activated this next lap. Nope. It is not. It is next lap that it comes activated. But wow, and
by on the action.
Tack goes up the inside of the action, leaving Chipsy in the dust. And now Chipsy is going to have to fight against the action and try and get through.
Rogue, P5.
Rogue is up to P5 now, and looks like thank you for noticing about the DRS. DRS is up and available. It will be kind of
God, Rogue.
Rogue is just, I'm not going to highlight him. I'm going to wait till the end because it will come down to the end of the race for him. But looking at this mid-pack battle, this is just crazy as they're coming down the second DRS straight. Tack have DRS? He does. So there is multiple cars behind Tack to add DRS. The Peach was the leader of that DRS train. And he's got to be careful. He is kind of alone. And now we're seeing there's a car off in Sector 2. I think that was Ruben. Ruben just not having a great race right now.
I can't get back into my game.
Oh, no.
I cannot get back to...
Did you actually just lose connection with the game?
No. I alt-tabbed to interact with Twitch chat, and now I'm...
Oh, boy.
Now I'm boned.
Well, this fight for the front for the P1 is intensifying as Mr. Hood has now brought it in within a half a second now. I knew those tires were going to become a problem for Gore.
Oh, and Gore with a lockup.
Gore is just having so much problems.
Rogue with a lockup. But Rogue is in P3 now. This kid, you can't just do this every week.
You can't. You can't, Rogue. But there's nothing in the rules that state you can't qualify.
No, but he's getting a little loose here. He's on 8 laps on the hards. The hards are probably still feeling really good for him.
Yep, the hards
this
are
is ridiculous.
Oh, no. Mr. Hood gets a little loose, and now he's getting so much oversteer, and he can't find anything. Actually, he was having an...
No!
And I think that was partly net code and partly these tires. These tires are also worn
but who's
out.
Defending him? Oh, my goodness. A Ferrari 1-2 right now. Another Ferrari 1-2.
Well, we still got to wait for Gore. Gore is probably going to pit.
Oh, Mr. Hood disconnected. Mr. Hood disconnected.
That is not good.
Life is not fair. This is terrible.
Oh, no. And now he's going to be out of this race. He is out. And it wouldn't surprise me.
Are you shitting me?
Whoa.
Oh, my language. Oh, that is just awful to see.
I'm surprised we're not going to see a safety car from that, but I think he might have been on... Ooh.
F in chat, boys. F in the chat.
That is...
God darn.
Mr. Hood.
One of his best performances.
It was. It really wasn't. But no safety car. We're getting right back into the action. Rogue is within 3 seconds of Gore.
Whoa.
Gore is going to have to find a way to pit and not have to worry about Rosefest, who's up to P3 and who is closing in on Rogue. He's on 9-lapped old mediums. That is something to think about. These medium tires are probably going to go a long ways.
I'd like to point out Refrax P4. Again, we talked about him off the air. We talked about him at the beginning of the cast. And our Tier 3 champion, P4 right now. Here comes Chipsy. Chipsy getting by the Peach, it looks like. Yep, he gets by the AlphaTauri.
Using that
into 6th position.
Oh, and Tack is actually going to take P4 away from Refrax now. And Rosefest now having to just fight and push back. Can he try and get somewhat close to Rogue here? Because that's really the person you need to pay attention to. There is a yellow flag in Sector 3. But it looks like that. Oh, it's actually on the start-finish. And that's going to be
Riding along with Babushka right now. I just want to give a little shout out to the Williams boys making a bit of a recovery drive here. Babushka's up to P10 and he's closing on Van.
He is.
A little bit of a fresher tire than Van.
He does have a fresher tire, and he's actually going to pass Simfox in the pits. Same with Gore.
Yep.
Gore's
on
going.
Van. Wow. I am not used to the way these cars come out from behind each other under slipstream into overtake. I'm used to the GT3 cars, and that is just terrifying. My God.
You get right up on your bumper, and the DRS is coming through. The little switchback happening through turns 1. And now... Oh, no! What was that? Babushka just makes a dive up.
They're still rubbing each other.
They're
Van
still...
says, I'll rub you if you want to rub me.
I think Van...
Oh, Babushka just barges his way through.
He does, and I think Van actually does not have any wing damage. He's going to continue.
Oh,
what just happened?
Poking his nose in there. Got Sin Black Fox going a little wide, and this is crazy back here for P10 right now.
P10, I think that was Kia, and Kia lost, I think, a wing. Yes, he did. He does have wing damage. He was actually the only guy who came away with damage through that entire race fight there. But Kia, he still has so much time, and he's going to try and go through Van, and he's just going to get right up to Van now. What is happening in this race? And now he's
Everyone
up to
back
P9.
there.
Kia, he has a broken wing. He doesn't have a wing plate on that left side, and he's still trying to be faster than these guys. And now there's a yellow flag in sector 3, and it looks like that was, I'm not going to look in right now, but
And Gore did come into the pits finally while we were watching this battle for P10.
Kia's going to come
Action
in.
everywhere on track tonight.
Oh, Ruben's going to pick up another penalty. This time it's going to be 10 seconds for ignoring track limits. So
I will say it. I will go out and say it. I'm on a limb right now, but esports F1 is more exciting than real F1.
Particularly right now, you're probably right. I think a lot of people would agree with you because you can make it a lot more fun. But who is this Madman? He's going up on the inside of Righteous Fire in the turn number 3. And can he get the move done? He does not. Madman, he is on. Oh, come on. He is on
Babushka's up in the P8.
11 lap old stop. Babushka up to P8 now. Rogue is in P1. Tack in P2. Rosefest in P3. Rosefest, he's going to be looking for a potential pit window here and try and potentially get on some softs. Maybe find a little extra time. He knows for a fact that these mediums will not last the entire race. And Tack also has a penalty.
And these guys all have 7 laps or 11 laps on their mediums. It doesn't really matter. What compound are they going to when they come in? They're going to have about 19 to 20 laps for the 7 laps, guys. And I imagine those on 11 laps will be coming in around lap 15, 16. So those with 11 laps will probably be going to another set of mediums.
Looking at the McLaren boys, Chipsy, he's up in the P4. He is very, very close.
Now those with like 8 laps on their mediums, you think when they can stretch it, come in and get softs. Guys like Tact, Chipsy, Righteous.
Let's take a look at the gap here between the leaders. So Tack is just down 1.6 seconds to Rogue, and Rosefest is only 3 seconds behind. So Rogue definitely will have to pit before the end of this race, and he will go. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go on softs.
Did you say Rogue is going to need to pit?
Yeah, he is on 12 lap old hards. I don't think.
How long can the hards go in a 50% race? But
well,
chat. Anyone know in chat how long the hards can probably go?
But Tack is on 8 lap old softs with a 5-second penalty.
He's got the mediums.
So he's on medium.
Did he serve the penalty in the pits, or has he picked up another one?
I think he hasn't. I think he did serve that. So Tack.
So if he served it, then he's all set because he caught up under safety car. I don't see him with any penalties on my overlay.
Chipsy and Refrax getting friendly with each other, and now it looks like Rosefest is going to dive up into the pits, and Chipsy is going to take P3 now with some.
Righteous overtaking Sim Black Fox easily. He's up into P5. But again, 9 lap old mediums. I don't know how much longer. There's no way they can make those mediums last long enough to get to softs.
And now Madman, he is going to pick up another penalty, but Righteous Fire, he's doing a very nice job. He is trying to just stick in this top 5. This would be huge points for the Williams team here at the Apollo Racing Club. But
now what was my prediction originally? Ferrari, Chipsy?
Yep, Ferrari, Chipsy.
Right?
Yeah, but Gore right now, he is sitting in P10. He has a lot of driving to do. I think
Chat says his 5-second penalty might still need to be served.
Yep, you would probably be right. So it wouldn't surprise me if Tack is really just trying to get ahead of Rogue here because he does know Rogue has older tires. The pit window for hard tires was a little bit later than when Rogue pitted for hards. And now we're seeing a yellow flag in sectors 2 and 3. That's a Mercedes off, but I think he's going to come back out on track. So, but Tack, he is really pushing hard. Rogue does dive for the pits. Actually, no, that was an overtake. Tack, he's going to go ahead and take the lead of this race over Rogue. I thought Rogue maybe pulled off. The camera angle changed, but Tack is pushing very hard now, using that overtake button and down to this first straight of the race through turn 3, and now they're just going to push very hard. Rogue kind of upset that he lost that battle, but hey, tire wear is going to make the difference. Those tires are on 53% on the left front.
I'm not going to hide my excitement here, man. Let's go Perks. Let's go Pink Mercs.
I know, it'd be kind
Let's
of...
go Tact XO.
Can Tack find a way to win this race over Gore? Gore is up to P6 now. He was our winner last week, so as they're coming through...
Tact is my F1 guru. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, he's your F1 guru. He's also an admin of the Apollo Racing Club as well.
My co-admin here. Been with us since the very beginning of the league. Over a year and a half now. We're about to hit 300 members. I probably already hit 300 members as of tonight's cast, so that's huge for us.
Tack really holding on to the lead here. He's doing a nice job, and he is pushing. Ruben, man, you are just racking up so many penalties. If
He's
you were
retired.
He's done. He is just calling it a day. I don't blame him. That DRS though for Rogue coming on open, but it's just not enough to catch anything to Tack.
We got some battles going on further back here. Babushka right in it. Oh, Babushka making contact with the heck. Babushka into the wall. Oh no, he stops it. No damage, but he's Babushka again with contact.
He definitely does not have a wing after that, I don't think.
He has 100% wing, actually. He stopped it before he hit the wall.
That is amazing.
He touched Sin Black Fox, I believe. It didn't look malicious. But I did just only click onto it as it was happening.
Oh, and some problems for Sim Fox. He breaks way late in the turn 1, but he is catching on to this battle for P9 with the Peach, and the DRS is going to come available. Can he find a little bit of time? He is pushing. He is on those mediums, and the Peach is on the hards. Sim Fox is on fresh mediums. Probably why that accident ended up happening was because Sim Fox just came out of the pits. So,
what a shame. Really wanted to see the Williams do a good recovery. Not that Righteous isn't having a great ride right now, up in 4th place. He will have to pit, but currently sits in 4th. Pretty lonely, actually. No one near him.
Oh, and Rogue is going to go ahead. Rogue takes the lead of the race because Tack is going to pit. What is happening? Why?
A little early. Is he going to the Hearts? 12 laps? I figured he could have gone 13, 15 laps on those.
I thought he could too, but he's going to put on
another set of mediums.
Another set of mediums.
Okay,
wow.
He could finish the race on these.
He definitely could. Wow, that's a very big surprise. I want to go back to this battle for P9 here because it is the action with the Haas team.
It's not a bad move by Tack. He doesn't lose that much time in that many positions.
No, he doesn't, but I guess...
Gore's finishing the race on those tires.
He is. The Peach is going to go ahead and overtake the action for P8 now. What a great move. And now Simfox, the action, and the Peach are all within a second of each other. Now a huge DRS train coming on through. Can Simfox find a way to get past the action? I don't know. Peach goes a little bit wide in the turn 3.
Niles back there watching this as well. And so is Kia. Madman not too far behind them either. And Kia's closing up. Come on, Kia, let's go.
Kia's going to go ahead and push this hard. He only has about 20% in his battery, though, so he's got to be very careful with that overtake. But Nile, he is sticking along with them. This is going to be a 6-car DRS train. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-car. 5-car DRS train.
Interesting here.
It's going to be an interesting end to this race of the pack here. Rogue goes ahead and he is pitting, and Righteous Fire is going to be the new leader of this race. That is another lead change.
From the back to the front.
Gore is going to go ahead and pass up to B2, and Chipsy falls down to P4. But we're seeing a 3-wide battle here. Can Niall find a way to win out this battle?
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean. Does he?
Oh,
No.
a little contact, but it's clean. I think it's all right.
I think
No
we're
damage
good.
to the action.
Kia
Kia is licking his chops. Just watching this back here from Kia's point of view is amazing.
So the Alfa Romeos were able to get through there. What a great move. But Simfox, he has to be saves it. He has to be super careful on the brakes a little bit more often there, bud. Got to be careful there.
DRS.
This is an absolute madness of a train for the back here for the final points given out here at Apollo Racing Club. P10 on up and get the points. And we're just seeing some great action here in Apollo Tier 1, Apollo Racing Club Tier 1 Formula 20.
The beach is a little wide. Now it gets a little out of shape, though.
Gotta be fair.
Everyone keeps their position.
Everyone just needs to be just being calm. This is a track.
Oh!
What is
Kia kisses the action's rear end.
Oh, boy. Now the DRS is coming alive again. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 guys with DRS in the back there with the Peach leading them all. That has to be kind of a scary moment.
Madman is in this battle now. So P 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 all together.
Oh, this is going to be a great, interesting end to this race.
Yep. Sorry to keep you away from the leaders. It's not really going to stay that way for much longer with Righteous needing to pit. But again, my podium is almost looking... Oh, someone went off.
Who is that? It looks like... That was Simfox.
Sin Black Fox. And he looked like he took the Peach with him. And Sin's going right into the pits.
Oh, not good. That breaks up that action. Niall moves up to P8 now. And Kia moves up to 9. Oh, no. We're definitely going to see a report on that this week for sure.
I'm not sure what happened either.
But let's take a look at our lead pack here. Rogue. He goes ahead and he's going to pit. He pitted for nice, fresh softs. I bet he is happy with that tire. Righteous Fire, he is on 14 laps.
10 laps, though.
10 laps to go. That's going to be nice.
Well, you said it's soft. He's got a medium on my screen.
Medium, excuse me. Mediums. I should know my tires. I really should. I should.
I mean, it's red or yellow.
Tack is also on fresh medium tires. Can he find a way to get back in this race? He does. He does see Rogue in the distance. Righteous Fire. He is sitting very comfortably in the lead right now. It wouldn't surprise me if we see him pit. Righteous Fire coming up to his teammate Babushka. But, whoa, hello, Rogue. Rogue trying to put his nose in places where it shouldn't be. But excuse me, that's not Rogue. That's Gore. Gore is going to put the overtake on to Righteous Fire. But I think that has to do something with the fact that Righteous Fire just has really old tires and really worn out tires.
Man. 15 laps. He's got to go in.
He has to now. He is losing.
Come on, Vin. And the suffering, man.
Gore.
Oh.
He's
just sliding.
He is. He's going to pit probably this lap. Wouldn't surprise me.
Really happy with Refrax right now. 7th position on hards. Going to finish the race on this compound in P7th. So that's a much better performance after last week.
We have a little bit of a story breaking here for Ruben. If you're wondering what was going on with me, I had a Fanatic drive issue in quali. I reinstalled it, but it messed up, and I had the race on controller, and I fixed the wheel while racing somehow, but it decalibrated, so I spun everywhere. Braking was a nightmare.
What a champion, though, trying to make it work and racing on the controller.
Oh, that had
true warrior right there.
True warrior. But Righteous is going to fall back into the pits. He's probably he can probably do soft tires here, and that's probably what he'll do.
Kia's up into the points now.
Kia is in the points. He's in P9.
Happy about that.
It's looking good, and I was right. Righteous Fire going on those soft tires.
All right, that's a good compound for him to finish the race on here.
It is.
Let's see where he ends up.
Is Gore going to finish out on hard tires.
Is Chipsy going to overtake Tact is what I need to worry about, though. 4 seconds, and my podium is complete. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Tact is just... They're on the same compound tire right now. They're very close in skill, Chipsy and Tact. I think this gap's going to hold. I don't think Chipsy will catch Tact. I'm going to go ahead and lock in my podium right now. 1, 2, 3, as you see it on the screen.
All right. Well, 1, 2, 3. As you see it on the screen, that's Gore, Rogue, and Tact.
Good evening, Spanner. Welcome to the chat.
And now we're seeing, I wouldn't be surprised if Gore actually has to pit.
What?
If Gore
You
has,
think so?
How's
those tires looking?
Right now he's at 32%.
33%.
Yeah, and he still has 8 laps to go. I don't think these hard tires can last. I think he might have to pit.
If he has to pit, he won't want to. Gore will not want to pit with these. And the lockups aren't going to help, buddy. Stop doing that.
Yep. You got to stop.
Oh man.
You got to stop.
I have to watch this closely.
We are, but guess who's in DRS range? That's his teammate Rogue. Last week, Rogue
P18.
from P18.
Rogue is on another level.
He is feeling himself tonight, but I think he's going to try and get past his teammate because last week Gore just held on to the lead through Australia, even though he was on super old and super worn out tires. But Rogue, he is on.
Rogue took the win on penalties. He wants to stomp it down right now and say, "Listen, I know you're my teammate and everything, but this championship is mine right now."
Yes, Rogue.
I don't see any reason why he's not overtaking his teammate here.
He should try to because he's on the fresher tire. There's just no way. Yeah. Yeah, Gore is just going to have to pit in the next 5 laps. I would say 6 laps. Because there's
someone
because
someone in chat said they'd love to hear their team radio right now. You think Rogue's just whispering like Gore?
Come on, Gore.
Just let it happen.
Gore, you know this is going to happen.
I'm coming right now. Here I come. DRS is mine right now. And I got a ton of overtake.
Oh, he does. But he's not going to use it.
Not here. It's not happening here. And further down, Righteous Fire on Nile also in DRS range on the straight.
Can Righteous Fire get up and get a few more points for this Williams team and maybe save some constructor points? They're going to get into that DRS.
Here he comes.
What a great, here he comes. Yep, you're exactly right. He just passes him very nicely.
Chipsy, no! Took a 3-second time penalty. That's huge.
That is huge. But guess what? Rogue is in front. He finally gets past Gore because I think Gore even knows, I don't think these tires are going to last.
Babu's DC'd.
Babu is DC'd. He's been DC'd for quite some time.
Oh, I've got the audio bug with Gore. Rosefest up to 5th right now.
Rosefest trying to find
a really awesome result for him.
Yeah, it's a very good result. Let's see if he can find a little bit more time. Can he maybe find Chipsy? But he is a long ways off.
Jesus, Rose. Boy, is punishing the tires.
Rose is punishing these tires. What is he doing? But, oh, excuse me. I'm online in Singapore for some reason. But Rose, he's 10 seconds behind Chipsy. Can he make up 10 seconds in the next 6 laps?
Technically, 7.
Okay, 7
Chipsy
laps.
Has a 3-second penalty.
But Chipsy, he's going to have to... He's going to have to push here.
And Gore's not giving up either. He's still within range of Rogue, and he has DRS still.
He does, but...
It's awfully hard for me to listen to him because he's got the bug.
Righteous Fire puts up the fastest time of the race with a 1:28. I didn't see a 1...
There was a moment back there, I think. Refrax overtakes Righteous Fire.
Yeah, those two are actually going at it. And Righteous Fire did put up a 1:28.7, and that's the fastest time of this race. So right now he's going to get that bonus point plus the P7 points, unless he can find
switched on to him. I switched on to when he looked like he was getting loose, and Refrax had just come through on him. I didn't catch what had happened to him.
I didn't either.
Refrax is through.
Refrax, I think.
But it won't last.
No, these soft tires are just so
softs.
quick.
Yep.
Oh, and the Peach is going to puts up a 1:28.6, but oh, yeah, Refrax didn't stand a chance. He did not stand a chance on that DRS zone, and just
gone.
Just absolutely gone. So now we're getting through here to the final laps. Here we have 4 laps remaining, and 5. What a great race! We only have 1 safety car, so a very clean race overall, and 3 people DNFing.
Gore is still right with Rogue. I'm sorry, I keep talking over you, but Gore on these hards, he's not giving up. 13 lap old hards, he's staying right with Rogue on 6 old mediums.
He is, but Gore, I don't see how he can make it. He's on 41% on the fronts and 45% on the left rear. Can he stick with it for this long?
He's staying out. He's staying out. He won't come in.
He won't come in.
I know Gore. He can handle a car in the wet as well. I know Gore loves to drive in the wet. So I imagine these slippery tires, these hards that might be falling off a bit, that they're not going to bother him. He's not going to come in. He will not come in. He's got a 3-second lead over Tact. Even if he blows his lead to Rogue, and he can't take the lead, he's got to feel that he can keep that gap to Tact and at least keep P2 without coming in.
See, here's the thing, though. Tact has been gaining a little bit of time. He started being only about 4.5 seconds back, and now through 2 laps, he has picked up almost a second in time to Gore. And we have 4 laps remaining, so he does have the pace to try and get up there and maybe make a run at Gore, maybe steal P2 from him.
Let's see. He is bringing the gap down slightly. And what else do we have for gaps here? Refrax on Rosefest is close. Madman on Kia is close. Refrax on Rofest is very close. Here comes Refrax. Both on the hards. Oh, he braked early. That's going to cost him.
Yep, it is. He was locked up just a little bit of there, but he stays in DRS zone, in the DRS range.
4% ERS, though. He's trying to use the draft here. Does work a bit, but Rose has just got the inside line.
Rosefest, he knew that was coming too, but he just says, you know what, I'm going to take this inside line and just hold it for myself. That is mine. That is my line. I'm not going to let you try and pass me. If you want to pass me, I'm going to make you go on the outside. But Refrax doing a great job trying to stay with him through the corner. But Refrax, I don't think he's just nearly as confident through this part of the sector. And now he's going to calm down there in Sector 2 now. Get through Turn 5. Can they find something here? No, Refrax, he's just... I think he's content with staying P7 because, you know, if Rosefest is just going to take that inside line, really no point. But he is going to activate that DRS once again.
Gore, still in range of Rogue on these hards. Gore, it's amazing that what he's doing on these hards right now at 15 laps old, less than half a second. Rogue, P18 to P1. These Ferrari drivers, silly skill right here.
It is silly skill, honestly. But guess who's still catching up to them? That's Tact. Tact is coming up into the view of them.
Doesn't have enough time, I'm afraid.
I don't think so either. So we're going to see a Ferrari 1-2, and this time it's going to be Rogue, I think, who's going to take the win straight out.
So my bright spot of the race for me tonight will be Righteous Fire, bringing it back to P5. He was at the back of the field. That's a salvage drive for the Williams boys, so that was good. Refrax into P7, much improved from last week. And my biggest disappointment tonight will be Mr. Hood.
Yep, Mr.
That
Hood.
was a real way to go. It looked like he disconnected and his car DNF'd.
That's exactly what it looked like it happened. Now looking at this battle for P6 with Rofest, Refrax, and Nile. It is an intense battle between these 3 cars. Refrax, he is just right on the bumper.
Lockups everywhere.
Yeah, lockups. Yeah, and Rosefest just, you know, feeling the pressure from from Refrax. Can Refrax find a way to get past him with the
Here he comes.
DRS? He does find a way. He goes on the outside on in. And what a great move there by Refrax, who takes
Beautiful.
P6.
So for you, what's your biggest thing for the night? The thing you're most happy about tonight, and the thing you're most disappointed with tonight.
Tonight I'm very impressed by Chipsy, who's sitting up there in the P4 again, and definitely had a great race. Same with his teammate Refrax, just a great race tonight for him. So definitely happy about some of this, and this racing is still happening with Refrax. The low definitely was Mr. Hood, especially after that qualifying, and Refrax
He
just
got gobbled up in the DRS zone.
Oh.
Oh, Niall and Rosefest contact. Just minimal
contact. It's good.
I'd like to point out right now, if the race ends, 1 through 4 is the same top 4 as last week.
Yes, you're right.
Keeping the championship very interesting.
Refrax.
A lot of us are on rig spanner, but there are a few controller players, but the most of us play on racing wheels and racing rigs.
Oh, and Refrax, he finds an open. He makes contact with Niall. Niall's not going to like that, and he goes ahead and takes the position back. And Rosefest, he's going to be trying to look for a little bit of a gap here in the Red Bull. He's using that overtake button very nicely done. Rogue, he is just continuing to his lead here. He has now a second lead.
They're on the final lap.
They are on the final lap. Gore is a second behind Rogue, and Tack is only 3.1 seconds away from Gore. So, but let's continue to look back at our battle here for P6. It looks like Rosefest is going to make it out of here, and it looks like there is a Mercedes off the track. So just a rough night for the Mercedes crew. Or was that a Williams? I couldn't tell. But Niall and Refrax are going to have a battle here for the finish.
There's 1 lap to go for these guys. So they just started their final lap.
1 lap to go here.
So P7 up for grabs right now.
I don't think it's going to be enough.
Possibly.
P6 possibly if Rosefest can't find any more time and starts slowing down here. But the man...
Niall's got to feel better.
Yeah, Niall's feeling real confident right now. But looking at the leaders now, Rogue is going to take this race. And at the Bahrain Grand Prix, week 2 of Apollo Racing Club F1 2020 action. And really, you can't ask for a better race. But, man, P6, this battle... It's a great race. P6 is still up for grabs. Can they find anything out of this?
And Gore and Rogue come across the line. Ferrari 1, 2, Racing Point 3, McLaren for Chipsy and P4, and rounding out the top 5 is Righteous Fire in the Williams. Great drive by him.
Yeah, it's the top 5 had fantastic drives, but this battle for P6 is going to come right down to the wire. Can Niall find an overtake? Refrax is going to stay in P8, it seems like now. We're going to hit that final DRS zone, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Niall is not going to find it, and he is going to end up in P7, followed with Rosefest finishing in P6, Refrax in P8, Kia P9, the action in P10. And now we're seeing the last of the top 10 out of the top 10 group come on in. Now P14 is actually going to be P13 for Fox. They're going to battle this through to the final stretch. And he gains a little bit of position. Plus he has the DRS. Does he get the time? He does, and he finishes P13, gaining a position on the final straight. And the Peach, he's going to come through and finish his race here. But the man who wins the race is Rogue.
Unreal. Just unreal. It's like, it's infuriating, that skill. P18 to P1.
That is an absolutely fantastic drive by him. The game thinks he's driver of the day. Sir, who do you think your driver of the day is?
It's got to be him. How could it not be? I don't want it to be. I don't know why I don't want it to be, but that's just damn impressive.
That was a very impressive showing indeed as Rogue takes his second victory here at Apollo Racing Club Tier 1 and now takes has 2 wins to his championship run here this season, season 6. And
Season 6. Wow.
he gets the win. Did the Peach get the fastest lap of the race?
I didn't catch it in my excitement at the end there. So the Ferrari Constructors Championship easily in hand. First place and second place easily in hand. It'll be interesting to see what happens next week.
Well, the Peach did
I'll be watching it from the couch when you and Bash resume next week.
Well, looking at it, the Peach ends up with the fastest lap of the race, and he finished P15. So a point taken away from the rest of the teams here. But looking at the order again,
Nice.
Rogue, Gore, Tack, Chipsy, Righteous Fire, Rosefest, Nile, Refrax, Kia, The Action, Madman, Vans, Sinfox, Ghazi, The Peach, Lion of Singapore, Babushka, Ruben, Mr. Hood, and Stewie 3K. Well, that is it for this race, but we are going to get an interview with our race winner. But you might have to drag him up here.
Oh, give me one moment.
Because I am still in the game.
All right. But I'm back at my desk. I wasn't prepared for this.
Oh.
Let me go ahead and grab him. Our race winner, Mr. Rogue. Where is he? Got to spot him in the team radio. Is he not on? Where is he? He's on. Here he comes.
There he is. There he is. I see him. And you might as well pull Gore into here as well. Hello.
Good evening. And we got your teammate in here as well.
Oh,
so
boy.
Team Ferrari joining us in the interview booth tonight. Guys, same top 4 as last week. But Gore, great P2 and your teammate another P1. P18 to P1 tonight, Rogue. What do you got to say?
Can I say something? P5 back. Please learn how to start. You're giving Rogue free races.
Oh,
Too soon.
but let's dive deep into this race. Let's break this race down. Rogue, you had the pace tonight over your teammates, fair and square. You didn't need a penalty to get the victory this time. How does it feel to actually beat Gore?
I mean, the satisfaction of beating him in Bahrain this time. Now we're 1-1. You know.
Yo, I need some whatever Evie's smoking. 20 lap old hards versus 8 lap old mediums. Yeah.
Hey man, that's bad, man. All right, 18
No.
for a reason, you know.
Yeah,
Absolutely
think-
botched my medium lap.
I think I don't know what would have happened. Kublay's AI really ruined that because I was saving my overtake for the last lap, and then Kublay's AI let Rogue pass and sat on the apex, so lost 8/10ths, which I could never gain back. But Rogue obviously drove a fault-free race, and he deserves the win just as much as I did. And I would have liked to see what could have happened on the last 2 laps, but you can't win them all. And just another reason we need to turn ghosting back on if left cars are just going to be riding around the track. I think we had 3 of them.
That is disappointing. It is disappointing. He was disconnected from the race start, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad day.
Guys, seriously, great race, great teamwork. I mean, I don't know what goes on in the team radio. I don't know what you guys are talking about in there.
Silence until he's
Silence.
near me, and then just a bunch of jokes to try to get him to mess up, and then that's it.
Yeah, didn't work
calculated.
tonight apparently.
I was complimenting his defending, and then he locked up into turn 1. I got past him, so I mean it
Well,
worked.
that was upsetting.
Anyhow, guys, thanks for an exciting race tonight.
Thank you
Yeah.
and congratulations.
Good luck next week. We'll see you then.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too, boys.
Well, that is going to do it for Tier 1 F1 2020 action tonight here at Apollo Racing Club, with Rogue taking home the win and his teammate Gore right behind, then Tact in P3. Well, that's going to do it. Make sure to join us tomorrow night for Tier 3 action, as well.
Tier 2.
Excuse me, Tier 2 F1 2020 action. And then join us Saturday for Acita Corsa Competition. I can't even say it correctly.
Just
ever.
say GT3.
Just GT3 racing.
GT3 car
At the
Saturday night.
Nürburgring. 45-minute sprint race, if I remember correctly. So
That is correct.
make sure to hit that follow button and subscribe as well. All money helps the league out. So, but thank you guys so much for Fife and myself. Have a great night, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Good night, everyone.